What if I told you that even the most experienced cleaning professionals make basic mistakes that leave their homes dirtier than before? Can you imagine discovering that the cleaning technique you've always used may be spreading germs instead of eliminating them? In this video, you'll discover the 7 most common cleaning mistakes that even experts make without realizing it. And if you don't know what these mistakes are, you could be wasting time, money, and even leaving your home less clean than it should be. I'll show you exactly what these mistakes are, why they happen, and how to fix each one today. You'll be surprised to discover that some seemingly obvious practices are actually traps that make you work twice as hard. But there's one mistake so common that almost everyone makes it, including me, which I've made for years without even realizing. And when you figure it out, you'll understand why your cleaning wasn't producing the results you expected. Stay tuned, because I'll reveal this secret that could completely revolutionize the way you clean your home. Tip 1. Use the same cloth for everything. This is probably the most common household cleaning mistake. You grab that cleaning cloth and use it to clean the table, then the stove, then the bathroom, and finally the floor. Sounds practical, right? But in reality, you're doing exactly the opposite of what you should. When you use the same cloths on different surfaces, you're spreading bacteria and germs from one place to another. Imagine you clean the toilet and then use the same cloths on the kitchen sink. It's like painting your house with a dirty brush, spreading the dirt instead of removing it. What happens is that microbes get trapped in the fibers of the cloths and are carried wherever you wipe it next. So instead of cleaning, you're contaminating. That's why sometimes you feel like no matter how much you clean, things still look a little grimy. The solution is very simple, but it makes a huge difference. Use different cloths for each room in the house. Have a specific cloth for the kitchen, another for the bathroom, a third for the bedrooms, and so on. If you want to save money, you can use different colors to avoid confusion. Blue cloth for the bathroom, yellow for the kitchen, and so on. Another important tip is to wash your cloths in hot water and change them frequently. A wet, dirty cloth is a haven for bacteria. They multiply quickly and turn your cleaning cloths into a germ-spreading medium. So after use, wash the cloths thoroughly and let it dry completely before storing. Tip 2. Clean without dusting first. How many times have you grabbed a damp cloth and wiped it straight across your furniture without dusting it first? This is another seemingly harmless mistake that could be sabotaging your entire cleaning routine. What happens when you wipe a dusty surface with a damp cloth is that the dust mixes with the moisture and forms a kind of fine mud. This mixture sticks to the surface and becomes much more difficult to remove. It's like trying to clean dried mud. You'll scrub much harder and the result will be worse. Furthermore, this wet powder can scratch delicate surfaces, especially varnished wood and glass. The powder particles act as an abrasive when mixed with water, creating micro scratches that dull surfaces over time. The correct process always starts with dry dusting. Use a dry microfiber cloth or duster to remove all dust first. Only then should you use a damp cloth for the final cleaning. It may seem like an extra step, but it actually saves time because cleaning is much more efficient. One technique that works really well is to use an up and down motion when dusting. This way, the dust that falls is collected as you move down. If you do the opposite, you'll end up spreading dust around the areas you've already cleaned. For those with allergies, this technique is even more important. When you mix powder with water, you can end up raising more particles into the air, which worsens allergy symptoms. By removing the powder dry first, you prevent these particles from flying around the house. Tip 3. Using too much product thinking it cleans better. Some people think, if a little bit of cleaning product is good, a lot is even better. But this logic is completely wrong and could be making your cleaning less efficient and even harmful. When you use too much product, several bad things happen. First, the excess product can't be rinsed away properly and builds up on the surface. This residue attracts more dirt, making things get dirty faster. It's like you're creating a sticky layer that acts as a magnet for dust and germs. The second problem is that many cleaning products can damage surfaces when used excessively. Products containing ammonia or alcohol can fade fabrics and damage finishes. Highly alkaline products can corrode metals and damage natural stones like marble and granite. What's more, using too much product is a complete waste of money. You're literally throwing money away because cleaning efficiency doesn't improve. On the contrary, it can worsen. Not to mention that some products can be toxic when used in large quantities, causing skin irritation and respiratory problems. The correct amount varies by product, but a general rule is to always start with less than you think you need. For liquid detergent, for example, a few drops are enough in a generous amount of water. For disinfectants, a light spray is better than soaking the surface. Always read the manufacturer's instructions on the packaging. They've tested the product to determine the ideal amount for maximum effectiveness. By following these guidelines, you'll get better results while using less product and protecting your family from unnecessary chemical exposure. Now, before we continue, if you're enjoying these tips, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love hearing from you. Let's continue with more important tips. Tip 4. Do not let the product act before cleaning. This is a mistake almost everyone makes out of haste or impatience. You spray the cleaning product and immediately start scrubbing without giving it time to do its job. But did you know that most cleaning products need contact time to work properly? Cleaning products work through chemical reactions that break down dirt, dissolve grease, and kill germs. These reactions don't happen instantly. They need time to work. When you don't give them this time, you're wasting the product's power and will have to scrub much harder to achieve the same result. For disinfectants, this contact time is even more critical. Most need to remain in contact with the surface for at least a minute to effectively eliminate bacteria and viruses. If you wipe immediately after spraying, you may be leaving germs alive on the surface. With grease removers, the situation is similar. They need time to penetrate the layer of grease and begin to dissolve it. If you try to scrub right away, you'll be fighting grease that's still hard and stuck on, rather than grease that's already started to loosen. The ideal time varies depending on the product and the type of stain. For light stains, 2 to 3 minutes may be sufficient. For heavier stains, such as grease buildup on the stove, you may need 5 to 10 minutes. Read the package instructions, as each manufacturer indicates the recommended time. While the product is working, you can take advantage of other cleaning tasks. Spray the product in the bathroom and make the bed while you wait. Then come back to finish cleaning. This way, you optimize your time and achieve better results with less effort. Tip 5. Cleaning windows and mirrors in strong sunlight. You've probably experienced this. You chose a very sunny day to clean your windows, applied the product, scrubbed thoroughly, and when you finished, the windows were covered in strange stains. This happens because cleaning windows in direct sunlight is one of the most common mistakes. What happens is that the sun's heat causes the cleaning product to dry very quickly, even before you can completely remove it from the surface. When the product dries on the glass, it leaves residue that forms those whitish spots or streaks that are almost impossible to remove later. Plus, hot glass causes any moisture to evaporate quickly, meaning you're always racing against time. You wipe one side, and by the time you get to the other, the first part has already dried with streaks. The ideal temperature for cleaning windows is room temperature, preferably on cloudy days or early in the morning before the sun heats up. If you need to clean in the middle of the day, try to do it in the shade or wait for the sun to leave the window. One technique that works really well is to work in small sections. Instead of wetting the entire glass at once, work in sections. Wet a small area, clean it thoroughly, and then move on to the next section. This prevents the product from drying before it can be removed. Another important trick is to use the correct movements. Many people clean glass in circles, but this can leave marks. Ideally, use straight lines from top to bottom or side to side. always using firm, continuous motions. To dry, use good quality paper towels or microfiber cloths specifically for glass. These cloths are made with special fibers that absorb moisture without leaving lint or marks. And always remember to check that the cloth is clean before using it, as a dirty cloth will leave marks even with proper technique. Tip 6. Use very hot water for every situation. Many people believe that hot water always cleans better, but this isn't entirely true. Using very hot water in certain situations can actually make things worse, set stains, and even damage some materials. The biggest problem with very hot water is with protein stains, such as blood, sweat, and some types of food. Excessive heat can cook these proteins, causing them to become even more embedded in the fabric or surface. It's like when you try to wash a raw egg with hot water and it turns into a sticky, hard-to-remove mess. For delicate fabrics, very hot water can cause shrinkage, fading, and damage to the fibers. Wool, silk, and some synthetics can be completely ruined by high temperatures. Even the most durable fabrics can lose color and texture with constant use of hot water. On wood floors, hot water can cause expansion and contraction, leading to cracks and warping over time. For natural stones like marble, very hot water combined with cleaning products can cause permanent stains and surface corrosion. The ideal water temperature varies depending on what you're cleaning. For most general cleaning situations, lukewarm water is more than sufficient. It's hot enough to dissolve grease and activate cleaning products, but not so hot that it causes damage. Use really hot water only when necessary, such as for disinfecting or dissolving very heavy grease. Even in these cases, always test on a small, inconspicuous area before applying to the entire surface. To save energy and protect the environment, using warm water instead of hot water also makes a difference in your electricity bill. The difference in cleaning effectiveness is minimal, but the impact on your wallet and the environment can be significant over time. Tip 7. Storing cleaning products in inappropriate places. Where you store your cleaning products can affect both their effectiveness and your family's safety. Many people don't pay attention to this, but storage location makes all the difference in the quality and durability of your products. The first mistake is storing products in very hot places, such as under the sink near the hot water pipes, or in cabinets exposed to direct sunlight. Excessive heat can alter the chemical composition of products, causing them to lose effectiveness or even become dangerous. Products containing chlorine or bleach can release toxic gases if exposed to high temperatures. Furthermore, heat can cause plastic packaging to warp or even explode, creating a real risk of accidents and leaks. The second problem is excessive humidity. Excessively humid bathrooms and laundry rooms can cause powdered products to harden and liquid products to lose their concentration. Humidity can also cause corrosion on metal lids and deterioration of packaging. Direct sunlight is another enemy of cleaning products. Many active ingredients degrade when exposed to light, especially products with disinfectant properties. Therefore, closed, dark cabinets are always better than open shelves. Safety is also essential, especially if you have children or pets at home. Cleaning products should always be stored in high cabinets or cabinets with safety locks, out of reach of curious children. Never leave products on the floor or in low places where they can easily reach them. The ideal location is a closed, dry, ventilated cabinet at room temperature. If possible, keep products in their original packaging to preserve safety and expiration dates. And always check expiration dates regularly, as expired products may be ineffective or even dangerous. Before we continue, let me tell you something quick. If you want to earn some real extra income, working from home and learning something that can turn into a profitable business, I've prepared a complete guide where I show you how to make handmade soaps from scratch, which ingredients to use, and even how to sell them to win customers. The link is in the first pinned comment, and please note, the special discount is only for channel subscribers and only for a few days. After that, the price returns to normal. Now let's continue with the video. Now that you know these 7 mistakes even experts make, your cleaning will never be the same. Each of these tips may seem small, but when you apply them all together, the difference is dramatic. You'll notice that your home truly gets clean, not just looks clean. Products will last longer, you'll spend less time scrubbing, and you'll better protect your family from germs and bacteria. Remember, use the right cloths for each environment, dust before cleaning, use the correct amount of product, let it act, avoid cleaning windows in the sun, choose the right water temperature, and store everything in the right place. These simple changes will completely transform your cleaning routine. You'll work smarter, not harder. And best of all, these are changes anyone can make today without spending any extra money. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes were you making without realizing it? Tell us in the comments which tip surprised you the most. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any home tips that can make your life easier. Your home deserves the best care, and now you have the knowledge to provide it. Apply these tips and see the difference it makes. See you in the next video with more secrets to keep your home spotless.